I know this is really late, but I don't care because June is going to be super busy for me. In fact, I shouldn't be doing this right now. I have so many other things to do. In fact, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it worked out for the best that Naruto is filler, because if it weren't in filler, I probably wouldn't be able to review it. That's how busy I'm going to be. So yeah, and you know something's up when, well, actually, let me just backtrack a little bit. I'm not caught up with the manga. Like, I know certain things here and there about the Dark Continent and all that stuff, but I kind of left the manga where the anime left off, you know, the Hunter x Hunter 2011 version. So I kind of left it at that. I read a couple of chapters after that, and then after that but I know certain things here and there. I don't know what happened to the Zodiacs, and I don't have time to look that up or read that right now. So if you want to fill me in. It's weird because, like, I've been following the Hisoka versus Chrollo fight here and there, and from the start, I mean, I knew that none of them were gonna die, because it was like, for story purposes, like, Hisoka has way too much stuff to get done when it comes to Gon. I think, didn't he promise that they were gonna fight by the end or something? Yeah, Hisoka wants to fight Gon by the end, I think. So that's been foreshadowed. I think there's also something, like, there's something about Hisoka's attraction to Gon that hasn't been resolved or revealed yet. And I think it has to do with Gin, something to do with, you know, Gin and Hisoka's relationship. And I knew Chrollo couldn't die, because then that would be just super anticlimactic. And to a certain extent, it would also fuck up Kurapika's character development as well, because Kurapika's goal is to destroy the spiders, because the spiders, you know, are responsible for killing his clan. So it would kind of be like, if somebody were to kill Chrollo before Kurapika, imagine if, like, Sasuke, like, on his way to killing Itachi, somebody came in and said, "Don't worry, Sasuke, I already killed Itachi. You don't need to worry about that." Like, what? Plus, Chrollo has been hyped up like crazy. It's insane. That fight in the York New Hotel, when the Soldite, you got top-tier assassins. Right? When Killua's grandfather tells his son, "Yo, when I get a hold of this guy, you kill him no matter what happens. Even if you have to kill me, you end this guy's life." That's how powerful this guy is. And after their fight, all right, after they realized that, you know, they didn't have to fight this guy, they were walking away, he asked Killua's grandpa, "Hey, old man, just between you and me, if this were a one-on-one fight, if it had been me and you, all right, who would have won? Honestly." And Killua's grandfather says, "Well, I'm pretty sure I would have won. Unless you were actually trying to kill me." So, top-tier assassin, Zeno, wasn't taking any chances in that fight. And by the end, we find out that Chrollo was holding back the whole time. That's crazy. For plot purposes, I kind of knew that, I mean, I would have been really surprised if either of them, or one of them, died. And it turns out that Hisoka does die. If you read the chapter, there was a huge explosion, you know, in the previous chapter, and Hisoka does die from the explosion. His face is burnt, he doesn't have a nose, kind of like Voldemort. But because his nen is so freaking strong, even after being dead, he's able to use his nen to resuscitate his lungs and heart. And this concept was introduced when Kurapika ties the chain around Chrollo's heart in York New. One of the reasons why the Phantom Troupe said that, well, we're not going to kill Kurapika here, we're just going to let him go, is because had they killed Kurapika, because the chain, you know, that's a nen ability, right? Because the chain was tied to Chrollo's heart, had they killed Kurapika, the aftermath of Kurapika's death, because, like, his goal was to kill Chrollo or to kill the spiders, there was a command on that thing that if Kurapika were to die, the command would activate and it would probably end up killing Chrollo anyway. So it's kind of like the same principle here, but reversed, right? Instead of commanding your nen to end somebody's life, to kill somebody after you're dead, or if you happen to die, you command your nen to bring you back to life after you're dead. And that's what Hisoka did. So he wakes up, Machi's there, and he uses his gum nen ability to give himself plastic surgery, a brand new nose, even a brand new leg and hand and stuff. He fixes himself up, and this is the plot twist. Like, one of the reasons why I guess Hisoka got pissed is because so Chrollo had the upper hand because, well, I don't know if he had the upper hand or not, but he was using the audience members, all right, in the arena to his advantage, right? But then Hisoka kind of used some of, you know, the audience members' body parts to his advantage as well. And then Machi tells him that's why you should always pay attention to like where you're fighting, what your surroundings are. And Hisoka just says, fuck that, all right? That has nothing to do with this. I just have to stop letting my opponents, right, dictate the rules and set the stage where I'm going to have my future fights. And so my question is this: who decided that that's the place that they were going to fight in that arena? Because obviously whoever decided that gave Chrollo the advantage with the public there. And so Hisoka gets so pissed off, he ties up Machi. He's like, he doesn't kill her. He just says, by the way, deliver the message to the rest of the spiders. I'm coming for those asses, all right? I'm going to kill all of them. All of them. And, you know, it's one thing to say that you're going to kill somebody, but when right off the bat, before the chapter ends, he takes out two spiders like he's out there like grocery shopping, just running errands. 1, 2, you're done. Now, to be fair, all right, Kurotopi, I think the only ability that Kurotopi had, or that I've seen him use, is to replicate stuff. He can copy stuff. So, you know, I don't think he's very combat savvy in that regard. So he was the first one to be taken out. And then there's a brief conversation between Chrollo and Shalnark, in which I think Chrollo says, I don't have the antenna, but I'll give you your cell phone back. And we're gonna set up a Phantom Troupe reunion pretty soon. So the rest of them, they're out someplace, you know, doing their own thing. They usually, do they travel in pairs? I think they do, right? But anyway, that's not the point. So basically, here's the thing. Shalnark is a technical fighter. If you've seen the series, you know that the way that he fights is he shoots these little antennae into people and he uses his cell phone to manipulate them afterward. And I don't know if he had that, like, I don't know if he had that with him at that point. But let's assume that he did, and honestly, it didn't matter because Hisoka blitzed his ass, like, hardcore. And before he did that, though, see, Hisoka, he's like, oh, he's a conniving motherfucker. No, he throws he threw Kurotopi's head at him like a volleyball, so that he made sure that the last thing on Earth that Shalnark ever saw was his friend's head. So it wasn't enough that Hisoka thought, yeah, I'm going to kill this guy. No, I want to make sure that he understands that I'm going around killing his friends. And then after he realizes that, after he's aware of that, the fact that that's what I'm doing, that's when I strike. That's when I end him. And he leaves their bodies, you know, rotting near a park so that these crows can come in and peck at them. Oh, he better not kill Phaeton, all right? Phaeton's my dude, all right? And here's the thing. They're about to meet, so there's going to be a Phantom Troupe reunion, so his best bet is to attack while they're all separate, right? Because once they're together, especially, I mean, because Chrollo technically won the fight. I mean, you can say, yeah, he had the audience stuff, he used them to his advantage, but he still won the fight. So if they happen to be all together, that's a whole nother story if Hisoka finds them together like that. So he has to go around and start crossing these guys out quick. But the fact that he let Machi live is kind of like, I mean, so what really is your goal here? I mean, because you just wanted her to deliver the message and that's it? Was there like a sense of compassion that you have for her and that's why you, I don't know. I remember Machi helping out Hisoka in the past, healing him with her stitching ability. So maybe that's why, you know, he saw like this time as the exception. It's like, okay, I'm gonna let you live, but next time we see each other, I may not be so nice. Now this also means that, you know, he's gonna have to kill Killua's sibling if he wants to, you know, kill all the spiders. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what the consequences of that are going to be in terms of Killua. And that's the thing, we don't really know much about him or her. Is it a him or a her? I forgot what gender he was. I'm sorry. But anyway, how many Phantom Troupe members do you honestly think that Hisoka can take on his own? Like, because I think like, okay, so he started small, all right? He started with the main dude, and then he died, and now it's like, okay, baby steps, Kurotopi, Shalnark first. And he didn't even let Shalnark activate Super Saiyan mode. Fuck that. I thought this was a great chapter. I can't review these chapters on a weekly basis, unfortunately. So yeah, but this was definitely you know, something that I had to talk about. You know something's up when you get different Facebook messages and YouTube messages about the same chapter. So please let me know what you thought. Like the video if you did. I appreciate that. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please. Thanks.